Looks like Gingey, his stats are chilling right around that middle of the pack. 50% win, 48% precision, 29 seconds average guess time out of the 60 that you have. Mada, he's around the same. So again, very evenly matched players, I think. Should be a good one. I love Mada's soccer ball on his head.
Yeah, just
That's
like
nice.
glue it to the hair, you know? Why not?
Yeah.
Put it right on in there. But yeah, again, I do agree with you. I think this is going to be a pretty even matchup. Both sitting right around that 50% in a lot of senses, like average guess time, the win rates. But Mada with that little bit higher precision, more times being above 4,500 points. We'll take a look at where they stand on the standings right now. Gingey, 18 matches and 30 points, but Mada 15 matches and 23. So considering the amount of matches played, again, both pretty similar stats-wise. Mada sitting with a 50% win rate on the moving. Gingey sitting with only a 37% win rate. So we'll see. Gingey wins moving a lot less here, so we'll see what happens. They're off to the races. It is round one.
Yeah, and here we are in Quebec with the French language, but North American infrastructure. Gingey's trying to... I'm not sure if he has something on that sign there, but he felt pretty confident in the guess. 10 seconds left.
10 seconds. Mada now opens the map, follows suit in Quebec. A little closer to Montreal than Gingey is. Timer does run out. It's going to be Mada. Really close.
Wow. Maybe a bit of a better hedge there from Mada. I think Gingey was just kind of hedging around there. So Mada gets the better guess to start, but it's just round one.
Yeah, just round one, and we take it to round two. CG.
Here we are. Gingey. Oh, we got a Montana there on his screen.
Oh, yeah?
That's the state outline, so he's going to know that, of course.
Did Mada see it?
I don't know.
We'll see. What else can they find? A red lobster. Gingey, if you want some lunch, at least you can get that. But in terms of helpful information for making the guess, yet to find much besides the Montana outline. Mada is in Montana.
Yeah, I think he had a 406 area code on his screen, which is specific to Montana. Maybe he knows that one. I think it's one of the states that has just one area code for the whole state, so people tend to know those more commonly. 5 seconds left. Oh wait, Mada's in Idaho. Oh,
he's keeping it there.
Okay,
no,
there
he keeps
we
it. He moves back. They're both in Montana, but they are pretty far apart. Mada is going to be closer there. Going to win round two. Nice little back and forth to start. Oh, sorry. Actually, no. Mada wins both of the first two rounds. My apologies. Mada, 6k health.
Yeah, despite Gingey being put on home continent turf first rounds, Mada takes the wins, and now we're in Poland with those small green signs, double white lines. Fast lock from Gingey.
Fast lock. Some Polish bollards, too. Love to see them. The white, the red section there. 5 seconds left. Mada clicking center. Gingey farther south. It's going to be Mada again. Closer. He's just continuing to chip away some damage here. 622 there. Gingey 4, 5, 6, 9 health right now.
Yeah, see if Gingey can get his foot in the door here. Round 4. Another United States. Gingey on his screen there at Siloam Springs and the outline of Arkansas. Both players have the same info. They're going to know the state. Now it's a matter of can they find this town.
Oh,
I think Gingey has it.
Fayetteville.
If I remember right,
16?
Siloam Springs is around that area, so now it's a matter of what Mada does. He's far away.
Mada moves it. Wow, what did he see? He just happened to move it up there, but Gingey is a little bit closer.
Yeah. Gingey does get some points, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how Mada managed to make that switch, but impressive. Impressive last second tactic. Round 5.
It works out really nicely for him. Keeps him in it, even though Gingey does win the round. Quick Peru zoom now, round 5 from Gingey, pretty far south. Thinking near Ica. Mada, yet to open the map. But it makes sense. Very sandy, this architecture, these brick buildings, very common in Peru and Bolivia. But with the look of things, black Google car as well definitely helps narrow things down. Bolivia would have a white Google car, or no Google car visible at all. Peru can have white or black Google car. So we got the black. We've got this landscape very dry, the sandy, as I've said. Makes sense for this southern Peru. Let's see where Mada decides to go. He's gonna go right there too. They're gonna be in the same town, actually. I wonder if there was a sign that I missed while looking at what they were looking at. Yeah, it is gonna be Takna. They're both gonna be there. It's only gonna be 3 points of damage.
3. Yeah, impressive work from both players. And round 6. So much North America. We are back.
We're so back. We're so back, CG. It's because you're on the cast. You know, that's really what it is.
Yes.
They knew we needed that expertise, that American expertise, that NA expertise.
And I think on Gingey's screen we saw something about the Ozarks. This might be Branson, Missouri. This looks like a really touristy town. The Ozarks are a mountain range in Missouri and Arkansas. Yeah, Ozark land title. And Gingey does go Ozark National Forest in Arkansas.
Yeah. Right in the middle. Just drops it right on in. Mada in Missouri, however, in Jefferson City. He's much farther north, and he is right, nonetheless. That's going to be big damage. Really good stuff from Mada there, wow. Gingey now less than half health. Gonna need a comeback. Round 7, it's doable. 4 times damage. Could be anybody's game. We're gonna be on Thailand now. Got some Thai language there. As well as Thai, Poles, and Thai, one of those countries that has center yellow line and outer whites similar to the Americas.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if either of these players know how to read Thai outright. But we do have a pretty good sign there on Mada's screen, I think. If he can read that, maybe he can get some info that Gingey doesn't have. Looks like Gingey might have just hedged.
I think he did. Mada possibly hedging as well. Reading his facial expressions, he doesn't look too confident. Yep, he's just gonna go center as well. It's one of those situations you click the name, you go next. Oh, he does not look happy with himself. He did have a region guess up there first and decided to guess a little more central. He would have been very close. Still, ends up winning the round. Still close to flawless.
Yeah, he's extended his lead a little bit more. Gingey with only 3 rounds left to try to catch back up, but the Maltese have ramped up. And we're in a pretty big country in India here, so potential for Gingey to snag some points. See what he can make happen.
It's big country, big points on offer, CG. Let's see what happens. It is better that we're in moving here on the India, because it can be hard to region guess sometimes. There are definitely some clues that you can use with things like polls and stuff like that, but this is a difficult one. We'll see if they can get to any signage.
Yeah, the thing with India is the coverage is so dense. You have tons of tiny roads covered. And looks like we're probably on one of those tiny roads here. Gingey's locked in.
Mada guess down, and he's gonna be closer.
Will that be enough?
I think it will. With the Maltese, Mada takes the moving. Very nice stuff. We're gonna go on to no move now. Again, Gingey with a pretty low win percentage on the moving. Again, looking at the stats, could make sense that that would be the outcome there. But he does have a 62.5% win rate on no move, which is the mode we're in now. So let's see what he can do. I've pondered before over whether his confidence on things like no move and NMPZ compared to moving is actually what is detrimental to him on moving, because he decides to try and move around when, you know, maybe he should just be playing those moving games as he does in the no move and guess quick. But now, he's where he feels more comfortable. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, we're going to be in Germany here. Both players have the signs and the bollards. And the West region guess, not too bad. 78 points from Gingey towards Mada.
Round 2 now. And to add some more stats in the mix, Mada, 50% win rate on no move as well. So he's got a 50% win rate exactly right now, currently in the World League on moving and no move. And Gingey, you really see that difference. So this is definitely where he's more comfortable. We'll see what he does here. We're on Colombia by the looks of it. Both players with a guess in. Mada locked. Gingey gotta follow suit, letting the timer run out here. But a plonk down in Colombia as well. It's gonna be Mada. Closer once again. That's 758 points of damage down now.
Yeah, it might be in Mada's best interest right now if he thinks about it to just insta-send as much as possible. Try to force Gingey's hand. Because Gingey's usually a pretty quick player as well. So Mada's going to want to try to put in any pressure he can. And we have a pretty straightforward Sweden with that white Gen 4 car, short antenna, these kinds of trees. They both know.
A little bit of a difference in the guess. Mada increases that distance in between their guesses right now by going farther north. Gingey, far south. And it is far south! Wow, that's a crazy guess from Gingey!
Man, and with that 2x as well. Big blow.
Big blow. Mada looks very displeased right now.
Yeah.
He's close to half health.
That's the kind of round where Gingey really thrives, I think, is that rural kind of place. You can just get a certain vibe. I think Gingey's really good at picking that up. A lot of info here, though, in Hungary, it looks like.
Yeah, lots to go off of. Big buildings. That looks like a very important building there on Gingey's screen. But hard to exactly pinpoint. Mada, near the capital in Budapest. Gingey, near the big lake.
Yeah, definitely a bit tricky. Even with all this stuff, it's still unclear, like, what exactly to do. See which one of them comes out on top here. I feel like the capital hedge works for Mada, but you never know.
It's gonna be Gingey closer.
Wow.
Really nice guess. And Mada looking very disappointed on the cam. Wow.
Yeah.
Not too happy with himself, but really, that was not that big of a round. Points-wise, you're still in this Mada. You're still sitting above half health. We're on round 5 now. 3 times multiplier. A quick Atacama Desert Chile zoom from Mada. Gingey probably to follow suit. This looks very typical of the Atacama Desert.
Yeah, I like Mada's road lineup right now. That matches the landscape there. Gingey is a little bit less confident. Looks like he's maybe hedging a bit more. Yeah.
Wow, both right there nearby. Pretty equidistant. Could be 30 points of damage.
Halfway through the rounds, Mada's at about exactly half his health. Gingey, big lead. Can he keep it up?
Round 6 now. I like the Thailand guess quite a bit. This all looks very Thai. The road, the color of the dirt, the trees like this. I like Thai. I like possibly going more Eastern Thai. We'll see where they go. Gingey is an Eastern. Mada, slightly Eastern, but relatively central.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense with this flat landscape. In Thailand, you get more mountains so toward the west and north.
Wow, it's going to be southeast, actually. Both players relatively equidistant. Going to be Mada a little closer that time. Putting Gingey on right about 5k, while Mada is right about at 3k. Australia around 7. We got some Australian bollards. Lots of eucalyptus trees. Things like that. It's very green. That limits where you can be within Australia. Gingey, thinking Victoria right now. Mada, yet to open the map.
Yeah, Victoria, I guess, makes a lot of sense with this sort of foliage when it looks more temperate like this in Australia. Usually Victoria makes a lot of sense. Mada's there too.
Yeah, both right there. Gingey west of Melbourne. Mada north of it. Let's see. Time runs out. Guesses are in. It's gonna be east of Melbourne. But Mada A little bit closer with the multis. That's 1,000 damage, but Gingey still has a lead as we go into round 8. We're getting close to our round limit here. 10 rounds. You gotta do it in 10. With the multis racked up to 4.5 times damage now on our round 8. We're in Russia. Gingey confident on an area. Mada doesn't seem as confident as Gingey is.
Yeah, Gingey was quick to pick up on the landscape. I like his region guess a lot here. Russia at this level of play is just... it's just a test of skill. Like, do you remember your landscapes and your metas? It's just such a unique country to play in that way. And yeah, Gingey, I like his guess. Mada's not too far though, is he?
He isn't. He did have a guess placed for a second right by where Gingey is, but actually is going to move to the east of Lake Baikal and Ulan-Ude. So they're on separate sides of the lake here. It is going to be west of the lake. It is going to be Gingey closer. 4.5 times damage is going to win him the no-move game. We're going to get NMPZ.
Man, Mada definitely looking really frustrated. But yeah, he is not over yet. He's still got the NMPZ, but a great showing from Gingey there in his specialty of no moving. And here we go with NMPZ.
Yeah, very nice. NMPZ time now. No moving, panning, or zooming. One still singular image. That's all they get. And this is the image we start with.
Looks like Gingey's thinking Bolivia or Brazil. Now he's looking at Mexico. That's... all three sound kind of good, honestly.
Yeah. Both in Mexico now. Gingey, one of the best players in Mexico in the World League. That is true, actually. Yeah. So with 30 seconds left, he does have his pin there still, and Mada has actually zoomed down to Colombia. Nope, but he's gonna keep the pin in Mexico. They're both in Mex, but yeah, pretty far apart.
Yeah, thankfully just round 1, no multipliers.
We'll see, already only 15 seconds left, wow. Mada looking a little stressed. Gingey, Nayarit right now. Mada, with only 5 seconds left, he's going to keep it there. By the looks of it, he's going to lock it in. Where is he? Veracruz? Possibly Tabasco? I can't see exactly where he is. It's going to be Gingey closer. That's big damage for a round 1 NMPZ.
Yeah, really nice region guessing work by Gingey. As you pointed out, Bloom, he's quite strong at Mexico, and he's proved it there. And we go to round 2.
Round 2, I really like these Thailand zooms. I like the peninsular Thai as well. The look of these trees are very common down here in Thailand, so I like it a lot. Gingey kind of considering up and down that whole section of the country as you saw him move up and down, but he's going to keep it central. Mada's right there too. 3 seconds left. It's South Mada, a little bit closer. Good for the mental, good for keeping him in it. It's not big damage, but he's not taking any more himself. We're going to go to round 3.
So we have Generation 2 coverage in this location with the halos at the top and bottom of the screen. Suggests Canada over the US. You don't get too much of this coverage left in America, but a lot in Canada. So Mada, Saskatchewan guess, Gingey as well. I like that a lot. They should be pretty close. He's thinking about Nebraska, though.
Yeah, he's really thinking about it. He placed it there first. It is just Saskatchewan. Gonna be happy he kept it there. Mada, a little bit closer again. But Gingey, still big lead. Really big lead. We're gonna go on to our next round here. It's round 4, 2.5 times damage now. And Gingey thinking Mexico again. Oh, but is he considering something else?
And he is really zooming in a lot of places. I like it. I feel like you can really get a sense of like what he's thinking when he's doing that. Some players maybe don't like actively zoom into all their thought processes. Kind of interesting to see.
And on that point, Gingey now looking at Thailand, but he's not going to put the guess there. Now he's thinking Guatemala. Wow. The thing is I do like a lot of these guesses he's considering. This is a hard round. There's not a lot to go off of whatsoever. You have these road lines that narrows things down to some capacity. Now he's considering Brazil. Mada zoomed in sort of on Honduras. I assume he was debating... Yeah, now he's debating Colombia. Wow. was gonna say he's debating a Mexico or Guatemala. Genji has moved it to Brazil. He's gonna move it back to
man.
Mexico last second.
Huge
Mada and
points
Veracruz. Oh my, the timer's gonna run out. Genji's leaving it in Brazil. 2.5 times damage. This is huge. It's Mada on it.
And Mada is thrilled. You can see his reaction. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
What a round.
What a way for that to go. Gingey was right there, right on it pretty much too at the beginning of the round, and then did a lot of second guessing, a lot of looking around.